Hey guys, for today's recipe I'm going to be making vegetarian cannelloni. This is one of my favourite dishes to make. Essentially it's the same as lasagna, this one. It's not your standard spinach and ricotta cannelloni, but what I'm doing is a vegetarian mince. And these are all the ingredients that you'll need. The first thing I do is cut up one carrot. I like to put a lot of vegetables in there just to make it a little bit more substantial. So first of all I cut the carrot and I use 1 clove of garlic. Usually if it was just me eating the dish I'd use more garlic, but some people don't like as much garlic as I do, so I just use 1 clove. And then I also chop 1 onion. Then what you'll need to grab is a big pot on the stove, which I put some extra virgin olive oil in the bottom. And I put the garlic and onions in there and stir them around until they start to go soft. Once those ones have started to go soft, I add the carrots. The carrots take the longest to cook, so that's why I put those ones in first. And I do mix that one around for quite a while before I add any more ingredients. Then I add the peas and corn. I like to add peas and corn into a lot of my dishes just because they are so easy. Adds extra vegetable and colour to a dish. This is one of my favourite ingredients or vegetarian ingredients to use. It's this Quorn Mince, and they do lots of meat substitute products. So this is their mince. It's made out of mycoprotein. So it's fully vegetarian, it's meat free and soy free as well. So I add that in next and I stir it all around with the vegetables. Next I add this product. It's crushed tomatoes, and it actually has tomato paste in there. So in the initial clip you would have seen tomato paste as one of my ingredients, but this one has it included, so I didn't end up having to add tomato paste. I also like this one because it does have some herbs and flavours in it as well, which just takes that extra step out of the process, which is fantastic. If you can only find crushed tomatoes, that's fine. I probably suggest at this point then adding your tomato paste and herbs that you'd like to use. Then I added a full jar of passata, and also I added a little bit of extra water just because I like to make my sauce a little bit more liquid, so it cooks the pasta better. And I left that one to simmer. Once it was ready, I took it off the heat and I got out my tray that I was using. I like these trays because they're actually made of cardboard, so when you're done you don't have to clean it, you can just throw it out. I spread a little bit of the sauce on the bottom of the tray just to prevent the cannelloni from sticking to the bottom. And the next thing that I do is I fill the little cannelloni tube. I just use a teaspoon for this one. It can be quite messy, and it is easier to do with spinach and ricotta, but in this instance I just use a teaspoon and you fill up all of the tubes and lay them in the bottom of the tray. I like these ones because they look like little flowers. Once you've finished filling all the tubes, they should look like this in the bottom of your tray. Then what you do is you spread out the rest of or most of the rest of the sauce. You sprinkle it with cheese. I also used a small amount of bechamel just to make the top a bit more creamy. And once you've finished covering that one, you cover it in aluminium foil and put it in the oven. This one took about 40 minutes, and after 30 minutes I took the aluminium foil off just so it would go a bit crispy on top. And so this is what it'll look like when it comes out of the oven, and we dug straight in. And there you go, it's the final product.